Turn the city down, turn the heart up. Dashboard pose flickering, pink glow on my skin. Every number, every icon, like a mood I keep within. Engine humming slow and gentle, like it's learning how to care. While my chest keeps tapping rhythms I ain't ready to compare. I've been spending all my daylight in a body on alert. Every noise a possible danger, every glance a maybe her. Walking around with hidden sirens buried deep behind my ribs. Calling code red on emotions I just label as it lives. So I slide into the driver's seat and let this metal speak. Let the lo-fi drums and bass translate the language of the week. Where I'm fine turns into verses, where whatever turns to tears. Where I finally see my coping laid out crystal in the gears. Purple sky beyond the windshield drip like watercolor calm. While the LEDs spit down my Elvis trauma in my palm. And for once I'm not outrunning all the thoughts that chase my name. I'm just letting them sit shotgun, putting words around the flame. Dashboard pulse, beating on low. 420 little mirror for the storms I never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. Watch my heartbeat in the neon of this dashboard pulse. I remember all the mornings where I woke up in a spin. Heart already sprinting laps before the day could even begin. Scrolling headlines, scrolling timelines, taking panic like a pill. Checking charts on other people just to judge my own uphill. Every win becomes a warning that I'm lagging far behind. Every loss becomes a prophecy that's carved inside my mind. So I leash myself to metrics, let them drag me across the floor. Then I wonder why I'm breathless when I hit the office door. But the dashboard doesn't ask me for achievements or a grade, just reflects the way I'm driving, just receives the moves I made in tonight. It's telling softly that my speed is finally mine, that I get to choose the tempo of this rattling little spine. I see 40 on the meter, feel 90 in my veins. So I breathe until the digits in my heartbeat share the reins. Let the numbers drift to even, let my hands unclench the pain. Till the inside and the outside run a more forgiving lane. Dashboard pulse, beating on low. 420 little mirror for the storms I never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. Watch my heartbeat in the neon of this dashboard pulse. Maybe calm is not a preset, not a button I can press. Maybe it's a conversation with the systems in distress. Checking in with tired muscles, asking what you're trying to say. Instead of muting every signal, driving further anyway. So I treat each little twitch like a voice that wants to see. Give it space beside the hazard light and heater at my feet. We negotiate a truce between my habits and my heart, promising I'll tap the brakes before I tear myself apart. By the time I hit the corner near the place I call my home, I can feel my inner thunder fade from war drum into foam. Still some lightning on the edges, still some tremble in my hands. But I'm not the same tornado that was ripping through these lands. I pull over, keep the stereo on low engine at rest. Watch the tachometer settle like a breath inside my chest. And I thank this quiet cockpit for reflecting what is real, for the way it doesn't judge me when I let my circuit heal. Then I tap the wheel and whisper to the kid inside my bones. You ain't crazy for this heartbeat, you ain't weak for all these tones. We just never had a language for the storms that flash and fuss. Now we got a little lighthouse in this dashboard pulse. Dashboard pulse, beating on low. 420 little mirror for the storms I never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. Watch my heartbeat in the neon of this dashboard pulse. Lights blink out, doors unlock. Night trades purple in a rust. But I walk in just a bit more tune to everything I must. If they ask me how I'm learning not to drown in my own pulse, I'll say I've been taking night class with the dashboard as my walls.
city down, turn the heart up. Dashboard pulse flickering, pain glow on my skin. Every number, every icon, like a mood I keep within. Engine humming slow and gentle, like it's learning how to care. While my chest keeps tapping rhythms, I ain't ready to compare. I've been spending all my daylight in a body on alert. Every noise a possible danger, every glance a maybe heard. Walking around with hidden sirens, buried deep behind my ribs. Calling code red on emotions, I just label as I live. So I slide into the driver's seat and let this metal speak. Let the lo-fi drums and bass translate the language of the weak. Where I'm fine turns into verses, where whatever turns to tears. Where I finally see my coping, laid out crystal in the gears. Purple sky beyond the windshield, drip like watercolor calm. While the LED speedometer erase trauma in my palm. And for once I'm not out running all the thoughts that chase my name. I'm just letting them sit shy, I'm putting words around the flame. Dashboard post, beating on low, 420 little mirror for the storms I never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. My heart beat in the neon of this dashboard post. I remember all the mornings where life is meant to bread. Checking into new distractions in a chain that she forget. Drinking playlists like they liquor, packing feelings in a trust. Watch my heart beat in the neon of this dashboard. I remember the morning sentence where I woke up in a spin. Heart already sprinting last before the day could even begin. Scrolling headlines, scrolling timelines, taking panic like a pill. Checking charts and other people just to judge my own appeal. Every win becomes a warning that I'm lagging far behind. Every loss becomes a prophecy that's carved inside my mind. So I leash myself to metrics, let them drag me across the floor. Then I wonder why I'm breathless when I hit the office door. But the dashboard doesn't ask me for achievements or a grade, just reflects the way I'm driving, just receives the moves I made. And tonight it's telling softly that my speed is finally mine. That I get to choose a tempo, what is rattling little spine. I see 40 on the meter, feel 90 in my veins. So I breathe until the digits in my heartbeat share the reins. Let the numbers drift to even, let my hands unclench the pain. Till the inside and the outside run a more forgiving lane. Dashboard post, beating on low, 420 little mirror for the storms I never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. Watch my heart beat in the neon of this dashboard. Maybe calm is not a praise and not a button I can press. Maybe it's a conversation with the systems in distress. Checking in with tired muscles, asking what you trying to say. Instead of muting every signal, driving further anyway. So I treat each little twitch like a voice that wants to see. Give it space beside the hazard light and heater at my feet. We negotiate a truce between my habits and my heart, promising I'll tap the brakes before I tear myself apart. By the time I hit the corner near the place I call my home, I can feel my inner thunder fade from wardrobe in the foam. Still some lightning on the edges, still some tremble in my hands. But I'm not the same tornado that was ripping through these lands. I pull over, keep the stereo and low engine and rest. Watch the tachometer settle like a breath inside my chest. And I thank this quiet cockpit for reflecting what is real, for the way it doesn't judge me when I let my circuit heal. Then I tap the wheel and whisper to the kid inside my bones. You ain't crazy for this heartbeat, you ain't weak for all these tones. We just never had a language for the storms that flash and fuss. Now we got a little lighthouse in this dashboard post. Dashboard post, beating on low, 420 little mirror for the storms I'll never show. Blues guitar shimmer, smoke in the air. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm just trying to be aware. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll come back to where I trust. Watch my heart beat in the neon of this dashboard. Lights blink outdoors, unlock nitrates, purple in a rust. But I walk in just a bit more tuned to everything I must. If they ask me how I'm learning not to drown in my own pulse, I'll say I've been taking night class with the dashboard as my walls.
Don't fit in the trunk, so they ride up front with me. Glove box full of letters that I never sent or read. Folded corners, faded ink, ghosts of things I left for dead. Received some conversations where I paid in self-respect. Parking tickets from the nights I couldn't handle what was next. I pull off on a side road where the traffic starts to thin. Kill the lights, let darkness wrap around his metal skin. Purple sunset in the rearview city, humming like a fan, while I sit here with my history in this cramped little can. Handshake as I pop it, hit a plastic hinge complaint. Smell of paper dust and perfume from a long forgotten rain. There's a note from younger me with shaky pen and open heart, talking about a future version that would never fall apart. I laugh a little bitter, then I soften at the edge, cause he thought that being strong meant never slipping off the ledge. Didn't know that being human meant you cry inside the car, meant you crumble in the driveway after playing superstar. Glove box letters, spilling on my knees. 420 little pages of the people I've been pleased. Blues in the speakers, smoke in the dome. I'm reading every version that was searching for a home. If tomorrow says forget it, I'll still know what matters better, cause tonight I'm at my past self in these glove box letters. There's a scribbled torn confession to a friend I let drift out. I'm so scared of being needy, so I joke instead of shout. I could see the way I folded it, addressed it, never sent. Chose to keep the hurt neutral rather than risk discontent. Another page from some old lover I kept chasing past the end. Every line of sugar venom, every baby not a friend. I'll do better, I'll be present, written 3, 4, 5 times down. But the ink stops mid-deposit like they vanished from the town. I hold it to the dome, I see my own name spelled in blue. Feel the weight of all the chances that I gave them more than 2. Then I slide it in a different stack, not the one that I forgive. In the pile that says you taught me how I never wanna live. Last I found a crumpled lyric I had started years ago, talking about a smoky skyline and a car in neon glow. Didn't have the words for healing, only knew I felt too much. Now I see that first rough stanza as a prophecy of suck. Glove box letters, spilling on my knees. 420 little pages of the people I've been pleased. Blues in the speakers, smoke in the dome. I'm reading every version that was searching for a home. If tomorrow says forget it, I'll still know what matters better, cause tonight I'm at my past self in these glove box letters. Maybe closure isn't fire, maybe it's a quiet sword. Not a dramatic bonfire and some cinematic shore. Maybe it's just refolding what you wrote when you were scared. Whispering you weren't dramatic, you were hurting unprepared. So I don't toss them out the window, don't set anyone aflame. I just file them by their lessons, not by guilt or by my shame. Stack of I deserve much better, stack of I was doing fine. Stack of you were only human, written right across the spine. I put younger me's old letter in a slot marked handle now. Write a footnote on the back saying we survived it all somehow. Slip the lover's final promise in a drawer marked never again. Keep a copy as a warning for the next time pain looks like a friend. Then I take that half lyric and I finish every line. Drive the same deserted back road till the chorus starts to rhyme. Turn the hurt into a rhythm, turn the shame into a key. Make the glove box less a coffin, more a time capsule for me. When I shut it, it sounds softer like a slider by a ton. And my chest feels kinda similar like a thunderstorm half done. I pull back onto the main road with a slightly clearer view, knowing all those past editions make the current one more true. Glove box letters, spilling on my knees. 420 little pages of the people I've been pleased. Blues in the speakers, smoke in the dome. I'm reading every version that was searching for a home. If tomorrow says forget it, I'll still know what matters better, cause tonight I'm at my past self in these glove box letters. Snap it shut, wipe my eyes, shift the gear from park to drive. I ain't rid of all my ghosts, but they're more organized to thrive. If they ask me how I learned to treat my history as a helper, I'll say one night on a back street with a glove box full of letters. Numbers on the dash, numbers in my head, trying to measure where I've been, where I am, where I bled. Odometer rolling slow, little white teeth counting years. Every digit like a bookmark in the story of my fears. I've been watching that thing climb since the day I got this ride. Using miles as meditation, using streets to try and hide. Some folks brag about the low count, say the life is still brand new. Others flex at high mileage like a badge of what they flew. I just stare at all these numbers like they tally in my pain. As if distance equals progress, as if asphalt equals gain. How many new these kilometers want me running from my truth? How many late night loops around the block since I was you? How many times did I go nowhere just to feel like I was gone? How many tankfuls did I burn so I could keep pretending strong? Purple gradient on the skyline, instrument panel glowing dim. Lo-fi beat inside the cabin like a second softer hymn. And I start to ask the question I've been dodging all this time. What if mileage on my mind doesn't mean I'm in my prime? Mileage on my mind, numbers on the dial, 420 little counseling session every mile. Blues guitar calling bass saying breathe. I don't have to overtime just to earn the right to breathe. If tomorrow I ain't further in the ways they wanna find, I still know I learned a lot from all this mileage on my mind. I remember different cities I pulled in to finish spent. Thought I'd change a local leg would fix the way my heart was bent. Photo on the corner with a fake relaxed facade, posting new beginnings while I wrestle with my God. Same anxiety in the carry-on, same voices in the back, whispering you're still behind, you gotta double up the track. Didn't matter if the skyline switched from glass to mountain stone. Every highway led me straight to being scared to be alone. So I started counting victories that'll show up on the gauge. Little days I let myself step off the performance stage. Times I said I can't and I didn't type a paragraph. Moments in the driver's seat I let myself just cry and laugh. Those don't show in odometers or maintenance laws or charts, but they add up somewhere deeper in the mileage of my heart. Like the evening I turn around before I hit the exit street, or the morning I chose coffee with my dad instead of sleep. Mileage on my mind, numbers on the dial, 420 little counseling session every mile. Blues guitar calling bass saying breathe. I don't have to overdrive just to earn the right to grieve. If tomorrow I ain't further in the ways they wanna find, I still know I learned a lot from all this mileage on my mind. Maybe growth ain't in the distance, but in how I ride the same. In the road I take the feelings that keep showing up with blame. Maybe 20 loops around my block in front, and what I flee is worth more than 1,000 miles. And look how busy I can be. So I write a different ledger in the fog upon the glass. Known to stay when I was triggered, let that painful moment pass. Didn't text them back at 2 a.m., didn't chase the old high. Chose to park and breathe instead of sinking in the light. Now when someone asks you been around, you seen a lot of land, I can smile and say I've traveled more inside than what you're thinking, man. Talk about the times I met myself at 3 a.m. on empty streets. Not the tourist destinations, but the internal sweaty seas. And when I glance down at that cluster with its aging little face, I don't only see the wear and tear, the rusted chips to chase. I see proof that I kept going when it might have felt like style proof. I turn my worst collisions into canvases on time. I turn the volume just a bit so I can hear the tires hum. Add the sound into the choir saying look at what you've done. Not in numbers on a website or in cash up in a stack, but in miles of being honest on a road that love me back. Mileage on my mind, numbers on the dial, 420 little counseling session every mile. Blues guitar calling bass saying breathe. I don't have to overdrive just to earn the right to grieve. If tomorrow I ain't further in the ways they wanna find, I still know I learned a lot from all this mileage on my mind. I pull into my same old street, same old parking spot and all, but the distance that I travel doesn't fit on what they call. If they ask me what I'm proud of, I won't point to some grand sign. I'll just nod toward the windshield, say it's mileage on my mind. Yeah. Let the sky do the crying for me tonight. Yeah. Rearview rainfall, streaks of
across the glass, every drop a tiny memory trying to drag me to the past. Wipers move like second chances, back and forth on what I've done, clearing just enough of vision so I still can see the run. Purple city in the distance, smudge watercolor glow, dashboard humming like it knows about every storm I never show. I've been holding in a hurricane behind this quiet grin, treating thunder in my chest like it's some unforgivable sin. So I pull onto a shoulder where the highway thins to breathe, let the hazard lights blink gently like a pulse that's underneath. Lo-fi guitar in the speakers, crying soft but never loud, bassline like a steady hand in a panic crowded crowd. Raindrops drumming on the rooftop like 1,000 tiny feet, running laps around my worries till they too tired to compete. And I whisper to the mirror, voice all shaky, you can break. Ain't nobody here but asphalt, they can handle what you shake. Rearview rainfall, washing out the frame. 420, little cleansing for the guilt I never named. Bluesy chords around me, smoke in the air. I don't have to hold a flood to keep the world from feeling scared. If tomorrow I'm still fragile, that's a truth I won't restrain. Cause tonight I let the sky cry with this rearview rainfall. In the lane, in the lane, I remember every moment I was taught to toughen up. Spilled my heart out on the table, they just wiped it with a cup. Said you're sensitive, you're drama, so I turned my volume down. Started drowning in the silence just to keep from being clown. Every breakup, every loss, I took a solo secret hit. Drove around until the feeling shrank enough that I could quit. Pull back up like I'm good fam, like the storm ain't nearly killed. Like my eyes went red from weather that I never once fulfilled. Now the raindrops on the taillights paint a halo on the road. Little halo saying crying never made you less than bold. So I let a couple fall, let them roll along my jaw, let them blur the color numbers in this glowing metal mall. It don't make me any weaker that my vision's getting wet. If anything, it's proof I'm human, proof I'm not a broken set. I could hold a wheel and tremble, I can rap and still be raw. I can drive through every shower without hiding what I saw. Rearview rainfall, washing out the frame. 420, little cleansing for the guilt I never named. Bluesy chords around me, smoke in the air. I don't have to hold a flood to keep the world from feeling scared. If tomorrow I'm still fragile, that's a truth I won't restrain. Cause tonight I let the sky cry with this rearview rainfall. In the lane, maybe strength ain't in the dryness of your pillow or your eyes. Maybe courage is the moment you stop telling them you're fine. When you pull off of the freeway just to sob into your hands. When you give yourself permission not to play who they demand. So I treat this rainy breakdown like a maintenance checkup due. Like the engine finally sputtered saying listen, this is you. Top off grief, inspect the anger, clear the shame from every line. Rotate boundaries like the tires so they wear a bit more fine. When the storm begins to lighten and the clouds turn patchy gray, I can feel a little hollow where the heaviness would stay. Not an empty, scary hollow, more like room to finally breathe. Like the cabin got expanded by the tears that had to leave. I merged back into the traffic with my hazards off at last. Vision clearer than this morning, hands not trembling like the past. And the raindrops left on metal glisten rolls along the hood. Like a crowd that came to watch me prove that breaking can be good. So the next time I feel thunder building quietly inside, I won't wait until I'm flooded just to find a place to hide. I'll remember this small shoulder where the sky cried on my behalf, where the rearview rainfall taught me I can fall apart and laugh. Rearview rainfall, washing out the frame. 420, little cleansing for the guilt I never named. Bluesy chords around me, smoke in the air. I don't have to hold the flood to keep the world from feeling scared. If tomorrow I'm still fragile, that's a truth I won't restrain. Cause tonight I let the sky cry with this rearview rainfall. In the lane, wipers rest, clouds break, city shimmers back in sight. I roll on a little lighter through the remnants of the night. If they ask me how I cope when on my edges feel insane, I say sometimes I park and listen to rearview rainfall in my lane. Yeah.
Cup holder conscience, sitting by the gear, catching all the little rappers from the lies I told this year. Empty bottles on my okay list from don't worry I'm fine. Crumbled napkin scribbled over, never mind, forget his line. I've been dropping every secret in this tiny hollow ring, like a wishing well for truths that I'm too nervous to bring. Every maybe we should talk, torn and quarters shoved inside. Every hey that kinda hurt I chose instead to let slide. Tonight I'm on a back street where the streetlights come in gaps. Pockets of a softer darkness like forgiveness on the maps. Lo-fi keys and minor chords hover warm against the chill. Bass a low and steady verdict saying you can stop and feel. I look down at that small circle overflowing with my waste. Realize I've been recycling all the words I never faced. Turn my conscience to a trash can for relationship debris. Now it's time to do a cleanup, time to listen honestly. Cup holder conscience overflowing high. 420 little bin for every truth I let go by. Blues guitar crying, smoke in the dome. I gotta stop taking my honesty and leaving it at home. If tomorrow I want peace and every promise that I keep, I gotta empty out this plastic where my conscience fell asleep.
I pick up a no receipt from when I paid for both the meals, even though they said I got it. And then bro, let's keep it real. Thought it's fine, it's not that deep, but some part of me took note. Tick mark in the ledger where resentment clears his throat. Next I find a straw rapper from a ride with someone close. They were joking about my trauma like a late night TV host. I just laughed and changed the subject, let the moment disappear. But this tiny ring remember what my pride refused to hear. There's a folded fast food napkin with the number never used. Wrote it down from my opportunity, I convinced myself to lose. Told myself you ain't the type, you're too heavy, you're too strange. So I ghosted my own future for the comfort of this cage. All these little paper files will start to weigh like bricks of lead. Not because they're big offense, but because they go unsaid. So I sort them like a DJ flipping records in the booth. Cue the needle on a matter as the only vinyl truth.
Cup holder conscience overflowing high. 420 little bin for every truth I let go by. Blues guitar crying, smoke in the dome. I gotta stop taking my honesty and leaving it at home. If tomorrow I want peace and every promise that I keep, I gotta empty out this plastic where my conscience fell asleep. Maybe courage is confronting every slight and heated tone. Maybe it's in not betraying what you feel when you're alone. Not in starting bigger fires, but in saying hey that's real. And replying actually it bothered me the way you made me feel. So I practice in this cabin talking to the empty seat, saying that joke was kinda rough, I need more effort when we meet. I can carry all your chaos if you never check on mine. I deserve more than a maybe and a half invested line.
One by one I toss the scraps into a bag beside the brake. Plan to trash them at the station where I fuel up for the sake. Not to bury what they show me, but to clear some sacred space, so new moments ain't polluted by the ghosts of my disgrace. When I pull back on the highway, circle lit from phones faint. Order sitting empty like a field before the snow. Ready now for water bottles, coffee, things that keep me up. Not a landfill for the words that I keep swallowing in the cup. And my conscience feel more present, sitting up right at the wheel. Whispering we say we speak up when they cross the way you feel. Promising to tap my shoulder when I start to say it's fine, cause it knows that every smallest nothing stacks into a mind.
Cup holder conscience overflowing high. 420 little bin for every truth I let go by. Blues guitar crying, smoke in the dome. I gotta stop taking my honesty and leaving it at home. If tomorrow I won't need peace and every promise that I keep, I gotta empty out this plastic where my conscience fell asleep. Gas stop, trash drop, engine humming back in tune. Cabin smelling less like secrets, more like midnight, more like room. If they ask me how I learned to quit betraying my own signs, I'll say I cleaned out a small circle and rewrote my inner lines.